Woohoo! We're live. So, hello everyone. Nice one. We are live. Let's get in my my Back to the Future top. Nice one. We are live. Let's get in my yeah. So, hello everyone. We've got a lot to cover and an hour to do it in because I only want to do this for an hour. Yeah. Hi, Mike. Hang on a minute. I remember I can actually go like that. So it's come up differently. Why has that come up differently? I don't know. But yeah, hello. Yeah, where should we start? There's been quite a lot happening. There's been quite a lot of builds out for the last month. So I normally do. I was going to do a podcast on the last Saturday of every month, but I'm going out tomorrow night, so I've happened to do it tonight instead. So going forward, they'll be on a Friday or a Saturday monthly. So not every other week or anything like that, but at the end of the month, a Saturday or a Friday, last Saturday or the last Friday, end of every month, I'll be doing this. But there's quite a lot of stuff to get through. If you catch this on the preview, thank you. And I'll be doing that sort of preview show every time now. Down the bottom here is where I do the preview show over on my Twitter. I'm just going to go ahead and actually show that a second. I can just show that. Give us a second. Sorry. There we go. So basically, this is my my Twitter, and as you can see, I did a live preview. There it is. There. Yeah, that was the deal I got today in Wilkinson's. And there's loads. I like I said, I tweet and I post loads of content and stuff like that on there. So yeah, I do post quite a bit on there. Content you can see there as well. My wife picked up some more Harley Quinn. She is a massive Harley Quinn fan, and that's what she picked up. So let's get to some of the questions here. You're welcome, Kev. I always support your channel, and it's brilliant. It is brilliant. Thank you, Mike. And I always support yours as well, and everybody else's. But yeah, that was my Twitter, and I always do stuff on there, and I'll be doing live just before this show, just talking. I was eating a chocolate orange. It's not just me eating chocolate or drinking. I don't, but we did discuss a few things on there beforehand. So, should we dive right in? I think we should. Now, I've got a tape measure because I know some people weren't too sure on the measurements for the Spitfire that Hachette are bringing out, but that is not to be confused with the D'Agostini one. So I'm going to show you the D'Agostini version. Hang on a second, that was wrong. So I'm going to show you the D'Agostini version because they did a version 2 and it's slightly different. It's very slightly different. So I don't know how well are these coming up. I don't know what happened there. It all just went blank. My screen went off. What happened? Don't know. I don't know what happened there. No, it all just went blank. The screen went off. Just well, on my end, it went completely off. So sorry about that. I don't know what happened yet. Hopefully, yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. No battery dead. Laptop is which is what I'm using. It's on the mains. So don't know what happened there. It all just sort of went off, but everything's come back up again. I don't know what happened. Yeah, so I was going to try and get the Model Space website up. I'm just trying to see how well this comes out. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, so this is the Model Space one, the Agostini's Spitfire build. I don't think it's as big, but they did one as well. The paint scheme's slightly different as well, and you obviously have the option of getting that as well. But yeah, the other Spitfire one is from oh shit. So let's have a little look. That one. Just trying to get round. There we go. So yeah. So as you can see, it's all there. I haven't seen it in the shop, so it's not. This is just a test. It looks really well made and really well done. There's so much on this. I mean, there's a YouTube video just here. But yeah, it sits on this electronic base and it moves up and down, and it's got lights on the wings, lights for the machine guns, the ailerons, the flaps at the back, the rudder, all of that moves. You've got the blades as well. So the blades turn to catch wind more to make the plane go faster. And the blades turn, it all lights up in the cockpit. The wheels go up and down. It's got sections you can take off so you can see the Rolls-Royce engine in it and stuff like that. It's got night battle bits. It's got loads of stuff. As you can see, tail lights, a fighting machine with sounds. It's got it's on these two poles and the back bit that's I think it can move, so it moves. I mean, it looks amazing. But yeah, it's all loads of parts to come. I haven't gone through the website fully. It looks really good, but it's something that I personally wouldn't be interested in. But the website is there, and that is the spitfiremodel.com. I'm just going to go on here because I want to see. It says how many issues, because I can't see anywhere saying how many issues this is, but I can see it being quite a few. It says 199, issue 2, so it's going to be 9.99 an issue. But I can't see anywhere where it says how many issues it's going to be. But yeah, I've not seen this out in the shops yet. So this is either very early, or just to gather a subscription, or it's a test run. And I've not seen anybody pick it up yet. So it may be coming out soon. It may not be on a test run, because the websites tend to go up before they go on a test run. So sorry, I'll go back now. And let's pick up some of these. Yeah, Gremlins. Yeah, I don't know why. What happened there? Something happened. It's on the full run. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to go on a full run. I think it might be just a test run, but like I said, I've not seen an issue out in the shops. So I don't know whether it's an early website thing to get people signed up for before it's due out. but yeah, nothing's come out yet on that, so I don't. Yeah, so I don't know what's happening with that. But yeah, there was that. Yeah, because when they came up as a Spitfire, I remember the Agostini doing one, but the paint scheme and the size is completely different. The wingspan on it is 24.5 centimeters, which is there we go, that long. So 24.5 centimeters is two and a bit foot. So that's quite big, and that's how big the wingspan is. So I don't know where, I wouldn't have anywhere to put it even if I wanted it, but I don't. It's not the sort of thing I collect. And I want to go on to about that just before going to anything else, and that is because there is a lot of people just collect these things and don't really. I can comfortably do 3 part builds a year, so I have to be very careful on which ones I get. And yeah, so I don't want to collect them all. The Bismarck didn't really appeal to me. It's not something that I would be. The Spitfire looks, once again, they both look really fantastic. They just don't appeal to me, and in its space as well. I've got loads of other stuff that I like collecting and everything else, and I just worry about space. Is that better? The lighting better like that? Oh yeah, so I just worry about space. And if you watched my preview show, you'll know that the whole room here is getting redecorated and everything's moving. But yeah, that's coming in the new year. So I'll have a new setup, a new everything. But yeah, so let's get on with that. There was that. There was this one as well that we came across. That came across this week actually from our good friends at Eaglemoss, or the Diecast Club. Don't get me started on the Diecast Club, but yeah, it's the it is the Diecast Club. I don't know if anybody has got anything from them at all over here, but anyway, yeah. So we got the Build the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. I like the orange on it, and I do like my car builds, but yeah, I don't know. It's got a bespoke cover. I like the base, and I like the case that it comes with. The other two don't really. Gift 1 and 3 don't really. I don't know why you would build it and then cover it up. Don't know why that would be a thing. Obviously, it's got all the old 55 centimeters long, so that's a fair length. So it's quite big. 1/8 scale, so it goes into scale with the other things that we've got. DeLorean, the Nissan GTR. I'll get onto that in just a minute. Now, I don't know how many of you watch World of Wayne. If you don't, why? You should be getting over there and giving that a watch. But he mentioned this Nissan build that's just come out, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh no, that's really bad," but they do really. In fact, I think that it's more of an Italian and Spanish thing. They get a lot of these sort of cars, and I'm going to show you another one now. I'm showing loads of things in a minute. I'm just going to sit down and talk, but yeah, I'm going to show you the Diecast Club Garage. Now, if you've ever gone on this, it shows you all the cars that they do. So this is the car garage. So you can go on here, so you can see the cars that they're doing. I do believe Ecto 1 is going to come under this as well, because the DeLorean does. So I'm just going to scroll down. So there is the Nissan GTR. It looks beautiful, and I really want to buy it. But I'm going to get onto that in just a minute and what's happening with that. There's the infamous James Bond DB5. We'll come on to that in a minute as well, right? So there's two there, right, that they're having massive problems with. Then you've got the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. That's quite a nice car. That's quite a nice build. And then we come on to things like this, the Nissan Z thing there, the DeLorean we've already had, the Renault Alpine, that was the rally car. That was all right. And then we come on to things like this. I don't even know what that car is. And this Renault as well. I mean, you know, we go on about that Fiat, but these are all ones that they've done before in different countries, and not over here in the UK. And I know that some of these ones are actually quite good in other countries. So I'm just going to catch up on the chat here a minute. Yeah, sign up for them or then pause and reactivate them when I can. Eaglemoss lets you pay when you can via card, as long as you got the subscription. It's a guaranteed stock. Yeah. Hi, Chris. Not feeling well today. What's the matter? Yeah. The Lego set. Yeah, the Lego set, the Bugatti Lego set. So this was 55 centimeters long. So I've got my trusty thingy here. So 55 centimeters is there. So that is, so the Bugatti would be that long. I don't know if, was the Lego one, was it that big? I mean, it looks quite, I don't know how that's coming out. But yeah, anyway, that was that. So I'm going to keep on the Diecast Club at the minute. So I collected Nissan GTR, as most people have seen. I've only got issue 1 and 2. I've had massive issues with getting it. I think it was something like that. So it was like a 1/8 scale one, the Lego one. That's quite cool. But yeah, yeah. So I've been really wanting to do the Nissan GTR build. There was obviously problems with it going forward. First, there was stock problems. So let's take a little look all the way back. So basically, it was supposed to be released in, I think it was April. It was supposed to be released. We didn't get the first. That was when it was supposed to be released, and everyone got their packs. No one got their packs until the end of July, 2 months after paying. That was me, and I know a load of other people. I know Mike, World of Mike. He had massive problems trying to get even pack 1 when I had it, and I know a lot of people received it. Then they said that they were going to take a payment. It never happened. They said they were going to attempt, yada yada yada. We are now at the end of. It's supposed to come out every month. We're now at the end of September, and we still got pack 2 or box 2, which will contain issue 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm still waiting. Yeah, that is the story. They've given us a little bit of a discount, $11.98 discount, so it was £30 that we paid. And then they said allow 3 weeks for delivery, and today's the 3rd week. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks and 1 day. I work for Royal Mail, so I know it doesn't take that long to post anything out anywhere. Like I said in my previous stream, you know, I collect Hot Toys and things like that from Hong Kong, and they take, the quickest anything that's arrived to me is 3 days from Hong Kong to here. 3 days. And Eaglemoss can't get anything out. The other thing that really annoys me with it is in regards to the Nissan GTR, is that they brought it out in the American states, and I believe they are on their 3rd shipment, and we only got our 2nd. So it's not good. Not good. And I'm going to come on to that because Mike said that someone said about on World of Wayne's live channel, which was yesterday, about customs. That was me. That was the Nexus. And yeah, so basically, even stuff comes through customs. Now you sent a letter or an invoice to pay the customs fees. And I know this because I used to own a shop years ago, and I know people in the business as well. Now, sometimes when you pay that fee, it can clear that day. You pay it, or it can take up to 4 or 5 weeks to clear customs. And no one is immune from that. No big company, no one. No one is immune from it. So I think the problem that people are having with the like mine, the GTR and Eaglemoss, and the delivery problems at Hachette and the Agostini are experiencing things with like the Bismarck and the T800. I've got a funny feeling that is down to customs and then holding certain bits, because obviously they can, some stuff can go through. Now I would imagine big companies get flagged through, but occasionally one will get flagged and they have to go through it. So I would imagine, the only reason I think that is because I got issue 27, which I know a lot of people had problems getting, and I believe people had problems getting issue 30 as well. Issue 30 in the shops, I think, was the problem, and issue 27 was subscribers. And I've been managing to pick mine up. Issue 30 was the longest one that I had to wait for, which I believe I got it on a Friday or a Saturday. I haven't had a problem picking up any other ones, but yeah. But yeah, I think issue 27 now with subscribers, that is with the T800 we're talking about, I think you will probably end up getting that in your subscription. I doubt if they'll send that out separate. They may do. I doubt it though. I think that will end up in your next subscription box with the next 4, so you'll end up with 5 instead. Now I don't know, did anyone pay the full amount for the T800 subscription, or did you, or was that missed off the invoice? So does that mean you've already paid for it, if you know what I mean? So will it appear on the next invoice if it weren't? Not too sure. But I think it's got a problem down with customs and they've checked, but I may be wrong because I don't know how. I know the customs is random and they can check any consignment they want randomly. It's all completely random. Like I said, I get stuff from Hong Kong and they've always come through customs, but I believe one time it wasn't, and it was picked out to scan, and yeah, it was a big rip. They made a big rip in the side of the box to see what was in it. But imagine if you have a container and they have to do that. They have to go through the whole container to make sure. Just imagine all them magazines. Yeah, it's also something else interesting as well I'd like to point out when with stock. I know with Eaglemoss now, I don't know if Hachette or the Agostini do this, but Eaglemoss get the magazine and the models, so the Star Trek models that I collect and the magazine, they do this with all of their collections, is that they arrive separate and they only get put together at the warehouse before being delivered to us to the shops as well. So this is also why so this is why the sometimes, because I know a lot of people in the community have received a ship on a pre-order and it's just a ship and not the magazine, and why some people have received the magazine and ship loose in the box because they're actually put together in the warehouse. So they come separate. So I would imagine one container is full of the ships and another container is full of the magazines, and they're only put together at the end stage before they get to us. So listen, paid the full amount for this month for the T800, still waiting on. So right, okay, so that means if it comes in your next month's box, that one won't be charged, so you're still paid enough like that. Like I said, I don't know if they'll send them out separate. I doubt it. I think they'll save on delivery charges and everything like that, and they'll just whack it into your next box. But I've got a funny feeling they may get confused with all of this, and some people may receive them and some people might not, because it happens. Fuzzy Warrior, I paid the full amount, can't move on to the left shoulder until I receive 27. 27 is a real pain, because like you've just said, hang on, I'm trying to, that was issue 31. That was yeah, issue 28, 29, here we go, lucky 27. See, so I got mine, so the stock problem must be something, like I said, must be something to do with customs, because I got mine. And how have I got mine and you haven't? So that's what I mean. The only thing I can explain is that the stock came in, but they only had some. But yeah, I've got, like I said, I didn't have any problem picking up issue 27. Issue 30, yeah, took 3 days to come. But yeah, I never had a problem with that. I'm still waiting for Hachette to allocate my Terminator. Both Bismarck and Terminator are out of stock, and I signed up to the new subscribe, and those subscribe on it in over a week. Yeah, I think there's a lot of problems at the moment with the part works. I don't really know why. There's nothing to say why this is happening. It's just it's so bad at the moment. I don't really know why. And Eaglemoss are the worst at the moment. I don't really, they do some nice stuff, but they just can't deliver. They just can't. I don't know why they can't. If you buy it off their website and off their shop, oh yeah, you get it next day. If you're a subscriber, you just have to wait and see if anything turns up. Because I discussed this on my preview show, so I don't want to bring it up again. But yeah, the other thing was, Mike, I managed to get issue 24, 27 from one of my YouTube supporters. That's good. It's nice that we all support each other in this as well. And the information. See, the problem I think mainly comes down to lack of information from these companies. For some reason, they don't put out anything or tell us anything or anything. I don't really know what's going on. X-Wing had stock issues in a week. I think the problem with the X-Wing was because of it. It had a sort of a release to subscribers, and then they sort of stopped it and mucked it about for subscribers, and then they released it in the shops. And I think they've just gotten massively confused by it all. Out of all the companies, Hachette Communication, if a problem, but Eaglemoss are one of the companies I cannot stand. It's a love-hate relationship with me and Eaglemoss. I really want. They just need to communicate more and let people know what's going on. And the problem I have is that you pay your subscription, like I did from a Star Trek one, and I waited longer than 4 weeks for delivery. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that's not too bad. Well, when I first started subscribing to the Star Trek collection, you'd pay, and the following week you would have it. And there was the big problem with the warehouse, I think it was last year, which we talked about in the last show. But yeah, and it's just gotten worse. And the problem is they can't seem to fix it. I don't know why. Because I hadn't received this month's subscription before paying for next month's. And now what normally happens is you pay it after you've received it, but no one's received it. I wasn't the only one. Loads of people are in this boat as well. And the other thing as well, I was waiting for 6 ships and only 3 turned up, so I'm waiting for another 3. And they were like, "Oh, I don't know why that happened," and it's just so frustrating. And the Diecast Club thing as well, they said wait 3 weeks from paying, which I have done. This is the last day. I've contacted them and everything. They just said it should be coming. It should be coming. You'll get a delivery. You'll get an email to say it's been dispatched. I haven't got any email today. So this time next Friday will be 4 weeks since I paid, because I paid at the start of September for the GTR. Still waiting on the floppy fingers fix as well. Emailed them and was told subscribers will receive them shortly. I know non-subscribers managed to get the fix through Facebook, but I'm not a subscriber. Not for subscribe. Yeah, I don't subscribe. I still got it. I asked through Facebook and they just said, yeah, give us your address. I gave them it and it arrived in a couple of days. And yeah, but they have put a notice on their Facebook page that says that they are aware of it and that they are putting it in a future issue. So I would imagine the form that we got, the piece of paper with the little packet for the extra bits, will just be put into an issue at some point. I don't know when. But yeah, another thing that's bugged me about the T100, and it's really bugged me, and that is, and let me get to this first. So Mike, that Easy Pay is crap. Yeah, the Easy Pay system on Eaglemoss is awful, awful. I don't even know why they don't use a third party one, because that system's awful. I asked them to age ago. For nothing, they are very quiet at the moment. Yeah, all the part works are very, very quiet at the moment. When the collections do come out, they're very chatty. They want to know you. They want to give you out information. But when you're quite far into like issue 20, 30, it all stops. And at the moment, it's all stopped. But yeah, what was I talking about a minute ago? I've stopped talking now. What was going on? What was I saying about T800? Yes, one of the problems that's faced me about the T800, which is, like I said, fairly annoyed me. That is the rifle. Now, I never wanted the rifle. It's not the T800 I'm building, but loads and loads of people went on about it. Went on. And in the last week, in the last 2 weeks, really, I've seen sale post after sale post after sale post, and them going on eBay for silly money, and it's one of the lessons I've learned, that no one really wanted the rifle. Loads of people have got it, and I'm happy they've got it, and it's worked out fine. But lots of people that went on about it sold it, and they've sold their collection. They're selling their rifle left, right, and centre, and just sort of went. So after all this, no one really wanted it. And not only that, they were going for silly money on eBay, really silly money. Quick take, but extremely slow to deliver. Something has, I think, but next year something's got to change. And I normally don't subscribe to stuff because of this exact problem. Now, companies have always had these problems, always. There are advantages, obviously, from subscribing. You know, you get your free, you get free replacement if you want, and you get your free gifts. But I think the problems are delivery. I think once you've had your free gifts, that's when the problem starts hitting in, because you just see it slipping away. I mean, even now, I collect from the shop, from the news agents. I will finish my T800 before anyone on subscription does, and that's always been like that. My R2D2 and my Millennium Falcon that I built, I finished all of them a month before subscribers did, because of the way, because obviously they send you 4 issues a month, and there are some months with 5 weeks in, so it doesn't really. And in theory, subscribers should be ahead, but they're not, and it's just always like that. How good the rifle was, not worth the silly money on base. Yeah, I think the rifle's really good. It's not something that I wanted, so I'm fine with that. But it just annoyed me that it was a free gift and people are buying it left, right, and centre. And not only that, a lot of people that I saw wanted this rifle, really wanted it, and then went and sold it. And that's what annoyed me, I think. Not only that, they were like asking for silly money and got it. Who are buying these rifles? I don't know. But yeah, I know a load of people that have got it, sold it. I suppose, you know, cash it in, that's fair enough. And I did say on one of the sites that if I could get 150 quid for it, I would have done it. 150 quid for the rifle, yeah. But I don't really know the fascination with it. But yeah, I won't be having that. I rang Hachette about the replacement fingers connections. They told me that they would be sent out to me in the next 14 working days till I received them. Yeah, you can ring them up. I mean, like lots of people have received them, and I did a video on it. But I think a lot of people don't have Facebook and things like that. And so I think they're going to be put into a future issue. So I may end up getting them again. May do. Mike, greedy for money. Yeah, I think you're right there. I've always, don't want to get too bogged down with it, but yeah, I've always said that money is the root of evil, and it really is. It causes arguments. It causes everything. But obviously, the problem we have now in this day and age is that you have things like Amazon and places like that. You place an order, and you get it the next day. And so many shops do that. And it's frustrating when you order something from Eaglemoss and it takes weeks, like literally weeks. Hot Toys money for a plastic gun. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, literally I think one of the guns on eBay went for like 270 quid. You could have bought the Hot Toy 1/6 scale version, really good version. Who's buying these rifles? I don't really know. I've seen some really good mods, but I think the price are silly, personally. And one of the things I've learned this week, no one wanted the rifle because they all just went. I saw so many posts on eBay and Facebook, and some of the Facebook groups, they started putting posts up saying that we're going to start taking down the sale posts for the rifle, because so many people were just like, I'm selling mine. And I did see some sell for like 50 or 75. That's still too much. You got it for free. It's a free gun. Just keep it. It looks really cool. And even if you don't, you could always display it with it, even if you don't want to put it in its hand. But I just didn't see it. Like, so many people, I made a video on it, and so many people were like, oh, that looks really good. Was it like this? Was it like no, what's this and that and that? And I could only report on what I saw. And then when people got them, they were like, oh, these guns are really good. And then they were selling them. So I was a bit like, okay. Yeah, the other build which I want to show you was, I've got to find it now. I've got so many up here. Was the Agostini's, wherever it is. Is it there? Is it loading? There we go. There we go. Yeah, the Agostini build the Iron Man. I am so over this. I've collected the Hot Toys Iron Mans over the years. And yeah, I'm so over this. Obviously, I didn't get the test run. I'm not too fussed, to be fair, about that, because I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, that is the pose. If you can get that pose with it, which is the Iron Man pose, which is called that. If a figure or anything you get that's articulating, you can get into that sort of pose. It's the articulation is awesome on it. And yeah, you see the thing as well. I obviously collect Hot Toys, something like this is a Hot Toys base at the bottom. A lot of the Hot Toys, especially I think the 1/4 scale version, had this base. Yeah, I'm liking the hat and the power bank if it comes with that, because obviously it's a test run, so those sort of things tend to change. But does anyone actually know how many issues it is? I see a lot of people talking about it, but I've not seen a lot of anyone saying how many issues it's going to be. If anyone is planning to weather the tier, I have found a black oil paint to work really well. Yeah, I'm not going to weather mine, because I always build my models to stock. That's all I ever do. I don't want to spend more money than what I already am, but I see some really good mods out there. But I also do. I also paint and like playing Warhammer. My wife likes playing Age of Sigmar, so she's got an Age of Sigmar army, and I've got a Warhammer 40,000 army, and my brother does as well. I have Blood Angel army, if anyone watches and anyone knows this. But anyway, getting back to this, there is a paint or wash, it's called, and it's called gun oil or nun oil. And it's good for weathering the figures, and I would imagine it'd be quite good to weather these panels as well. And you literally just brush it over, and what it does, it's very watery, and it goes into the gaps. And when it's wet, when it dries, it sort of goes into the crevices. But yeah, the black paint oil, yeah, it's called nun oil. That's the one I use. I was allocated 1 and 2, but account shows blocked with intention as it's a trial. What was that on? Is that the what is that on, Mike? Is that the Iron Man? Yeah, because I signed up to the Iron Man, but I'll probably pick it up in the newsagents. I won't go ahead with the signing up bit if it turns up, turn up. But I'll be all over that. That, yes, I'll be definitely all over. Yeah, I've only got about 20 minutes left. I don't want to keep everyone sort of going on the old bandwagon. But yeah, and so yeah. So at the moment, the only build I'm doing 2 builds at the moment. I'm doing the Route Master, which I don't video because it doesn't really go into my channel, if you know what I mean. It's more of a sci-fi channel. So I'm still doing the Star Trek videos. And the only build I'm on there at the moment is the T800. I'm hoping that the Nissan GTR turns up and that. But yeah, next year, plan for next year is Iron Man and the Dodge, the Fast and Furious, Dom's Dodge, the Dodge Charger. Yeah, because that was on a test run, and there's been no more about it. But I've got a funny feeling it's coming out just because it's been released in other countries already. Yeah, so I believe it's out in France already, and the US. So hopefully it'll be here. I can get doing that because that's what I'm going to do. So that's going forward. That's just the 2. Hopefully they come out next year. If they come out this year, it's fine. I'll collect them anyway. But yeah, next year there'll be the 2. Obviously the Enterprise D, but that won't be until the end of next year, beginning of 2021. But I'll be definitely doing that build. And I don't think there's any other ones coming out. Obviously there's Ecto 1. With the problem with DeLorean, I'm not too sure. I think the Iron Man builds 100 issues. That's good. That's good. I like it when they do the 100 issues. I think it spans it out too much. I mean, what's the Bismarck? 150 issues? That's a long time to be building that. That's what, nearly 3 years? Ooh. Remember, you have to navigate the description area a different way. What's that on? Quality of Iron looks really cool in the test run. Hope they keep it up if it goes full run. I'm holding out for the Knight Rider kit. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things like that. The Knight Rider and the Batman 66. That was dead long ago, long ago. And the DB5, I think nothing's really happening with the that DB5 as well. You know, that was advertised and was supposed to come out the same time as the Nissan GTR, and nothing's happened with it. And the problem is, it's not even a new build. These are all re-releases. These are all come out before. They've already come out and been released. Kevin, why do you release all random things? Why do they release all random things, but the ones we really want keep us waiting? Well, I don't know, but it goes on. So they set up, basically it goes on subscription numbers. So basically they bring out these magazines and they do them in test areas, and then you automatically, when you get these issues, issue 1, 2, 3, whatever, you immediately find the website and you go on and you subscribe, and then you tell everybody else and they subscribe. So all these companies go on subscription numbers. So if the numbers are really good, it gets greenlit and it goes ahead. But it takes time, so they have to redo the website, and then sometimes they redo the free gifts and the issues as well, and they just redo it all. And that obviously takes a long time. So I think the normal waiting time is 12 to 18 months from test run. So working it, it'll be this sort of time when the Iron Man comes out, maybe later. But yeah, it's normally about 12 to 18 months from test to full release. So that's how I've always done it. from Tesla, because just by going for things like the Millennium Falcon, I've done the test run for, and the R2D2 as well, I've done the test run for, and then a year later, literally 12 months later, it came out. So I've checked Hachei's website to see what we can expect in future issues, but I can't find any info. There's a website where we can find out. What's that for the T800? Yeah, the only way you can find out is by going on to have a look at what the future issues are coming out, but they're blank, so I don't know. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm going to show you something on how you can get. How do I do this? How do I do this? I'm just going to type this in a minute. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a little trick. And everyone can do this. This is how I find out how what's coming out. This is the way you do it. This is how I do it. Okay, so you see you've got hang on a second. Right, the website is just here. Now it doesn't show you the bar at the top where it says HacheiPartworks.com, the Terminator build, la la la, says all that. At the very, very end, it says the issue, and it says T800-issue-31. Now, if you click on that and you change to 31 to 32 and you push enter, you can have a look. And we can keep going along. As long as the issue's on there, we can keep going along. So let's do it again. 32. 33. Here you go. We'll build child generation. It says this week you'll be assembling and articulating the left shoulder. And I think, have we got number 4 on there? Issue 34? No. So we've only got up 2 issues. So basically you go on the website here and go to sort latest issues. So they've only got up to issue 33. So you click on issue 31, and up on the very top of the page where the where you type in where the web address is, at the very, very end it will say the issue number. All you do is you click one away and you just change the number to 33. And 33 comes up and you can see it. And that's a little trick. And you can do that on all of them. As long as the issues are on the site and they're black and white, all you've got to do is change the issue number at the end. Now, someone else told me that, and I can't remember who. But anyway, thank you for telling me that. But now I've just told everybody else. So you can check out. But there's no other way of checking other ones. So issue 32, there you go. We cast a shoulder hinge joint. We know that because we've got the issue already. Normally it's updated by now, so we should have really issue 34 on there, but it's not on there, so don't really know why that is. But yeah, that is how I've been checking them out. But yeah, that's how I've been checking them out. Right, so let's get some of this. Okay, so Rootmaster issues are starting to come through again slowly, thank goodness. Yeah. I didn't have any problems with let me get that away a minute. Sorry about this. There we are. Now, I didn't have any problems with the Terminator build, but obviously I'm building the Rootmaster and I had problems with that. Yeah, the last figurine that came out, issue 84, was it? I think it was 84 or 83, the one with the girl. Yeah, so that I didn't get that until the Saturday because it just didn't come out when it was supposed to. I don't know why. I got my T800 on time Wednesday, issue 31, but I issue 30 last week, but I didn't get that one until the Saturday. I don't really know why. The other ones were there. It's good as coming through. Hi, Kev, Billy Graham from USA. Hi, yeah. I sent you a lot of the T800 issues at the start, didn't I? Yeah. But yeah, hi. All the way from the USA. Yeah, you're a big wrestling fan. are all of us massive WWE fans, massive. I may start doing a podcast video on WWE because we like it so much. My daughters are well into it. Brilliant. I'll be using that trick on the Hache website for now. Yep, you can use it on all of their stuff, all of the Hache stuff. Yep, just go along, type the code in at the end. All you got to do is change the number, but it would only allow you to see the ones that are in black and white. So you have to make sure that they're in black and white. Like I just put in issue 34, it sort of blanks it because it's not there. But it's really weird that you can do that. You can't, if you click on the picture, it won't allow you. But if you change the little number, yeah. Also, thanks, Kev. I forgot to say it was for the T800. I sort of knew. I knew. I know these things. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up because it's nearly 9 o'clock and I want to spend some time watching telly. I love telly. Yeah. So we've got about 5 minutes left. That's fine. Yeah, thanks for getting me started. Yeah, well, I sent you a lot of and the free gifts as well. I sent it all over. You know, this is a good thing about all of us here is that we all sort each other out and we're all there for each other. It's one of the nicer groups. Now, I'll join a lot of the groups, Hot Toys, Transformers, all that. But the part work groups are tight, really, really good, really tight. So it's a good thing because you don't get that very often on some of the groups. But yeah, so that's a little trick that I showed you there. You can use that. You can use it. I do. I was doing it on the Rootmaster until they stopped updating it. And issue 34 of the Terminator is not on the site. So have they stopped updating it already? Don't know why that's happened. But yeah, normally issue 34. Because obviously when an issue comes out, they add another one. So issue 34 should be on there, but it's not on there. So let me just have a look. But yeah, if you go on to the Bismarck, should we do the Bismarck? Let's have a look. Sort by new issue. Ooh, yeah, there's two. Hang on. Sorry. Hang on. I should be sharing that. Let's have a look at the Bismarck before we go. So you see the issues there. You got issue 33 and 34. So we click on issue 33. Change the number at the top to 33. Oh, 33. There we go. Look, there we go. This week you'll be working on the motor for the forward radar equipment. That's in issue 33. Shall we have a look at issue 34 because that's there as well? So issue 34. This week you'll be working on the radar control center. Now I don't click the Bismarck, so I don't know what that is. But like I said, you can use it on all of their stuff as long as it's black and white. You can have a little look and see what's coming. So yeah, that's how I find out. But yeah, if you if you type in one that's not there, so issue 35 isn't there. So if we type in issue 35, it just takes us back. So the issues have to be there, and it's really weird because you can't click on them. Let's have a look. Yeah, it just doesn't allow you. Yet you can do it that way that I've just showed you. So yeah, it's a little hack. A little hack there. Someone showed me, and I can't remember who. But anyway, if you're watching, thank you very much because it helps. It really does. And I don't really know why they do this. Why they can't just come out with a complete list. Someone got a complete list of the parts that were coming out in each issue for the DeLorean. And I think that's really good. If you've got a full list, you should. I don't know why it's so secretive. I don't really know why are they all so secretive. They don't talk to us. They don't communicate very well. It's been like that for years, though. It has been like that for years. But yeah. So going forward, I'll still be doing my Star Trek stuff, even though I'm not subscribing. I'm still going to be getting the issues, but they'll probably come in like a bulk issue now, instead of just like, well, I'll be getting them better than Eaglemoss have been delivering them to me. That's for sure. But yeah. So what's does anyone else want to know anything? Does anyone else want to know anything else? Because I do a lot of looking around and asking the right questions and stuff like that. Now, there's a lot of people on it now, so I post lots of stuff on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, follow me. That down there, if you type that in Twitter, that takes you to my Twitter account. And like I'm just going to show you now. I'm just going to show you. Because I post quite a lot to old Twitter, so keep an eye out. Yeah, there was my my live feed that I did. Yeah, that's the Terry's chocolate orange. But yeah, all my videos are on there, and then I post some bits like when I got issue 31, and my wife picked up some more Harley Quinns because she's a massive Harley Quinn fan from B&M. And then there's me when I went into Greg's. And yeah, so I just retweet and I chat, and you can also talk to me on there and I'll respond back as well. That was about space. Love that show. But yeah, great stream, Kev. Very informative and interesting. Lots of interesting part work coming out in the near future. Love the Spitfire. I forgot to say no to it, sadly. Yep, I won't. It looks great, but it's just not something that doesn't. See, with part works, you have to be invested in part works for you to do them. There's no point in doing a part work that you not invested in, that you don't know nothing about or not interested in, because I think you lose interest in it and you're just spending money that you haven't got as well. So yeah, so that's why I limit myself as well to like 2 or 3 a year, and only get, like, the Bismarck looks good, really nice, but it's just not what I'm interested in. The same with the Spitfire. Once again, it looks absolutely amazing, but it's just not something that really sort of goes wow. But the Iron Man, I'm a massive Marvel fan, so that massively appeals to me. And me and my wife, we're massive car fans, so we go to car meets and all this sort of stuff. So the Nissan GTR, I mean, we've done the Ford Mustang. She's done the Ford Mustang build. That was really good. But yeah, we're doing the Nissan GTR. Certain car ones we're doing. I'm still on the fence on Ecto 1. Let it be released first and see what happens. But yeah, there's loads of interesting stuff coming out. It's interesting to see what will be greenlit and what will happen, because, like I said, there's a lot of factors in. There's a lot of factors in it. A lot of factors in whether they'll come out or not. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to end this now because it's coming up for 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock. Don't know why I said that. It is 9 o'clock. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to obviously subscribe, and I'm grateful for all your support, and I love doing these chats. So I'll be doing a live podcast like this once a month. Obviously, if you want it more and there's enough people, then I'll do it more. But at the moment, I'm going to do one a month, either on the last Friday or the Saturday in the month. It would have been Saturday, but I'm actually going out tomorrow, so because it's my wife's birthday, and so I've done it today instead. Otherwise, it would have been yesterday or tomorrow. So I say not yesterday, tomorrow. But yeah, so for going forward, these live ones will be once a month at the end of the month, Friday or a Saturday at the end of the month. I'll post it all over Twitter and YouTube as well. But anyway, thank you for supporting me. It's brilliant. Love doing these chats. Love doing all these talks. I hope some of the stuff that I've told tonight help a lot of people, and the little hack that I showed you helps as well, because I don't think a lot of people know that hack. But it's really interesting. You just delete one number at the end. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to end it there. And like I said, thanks for supporting, and we'll see how it all goes and see if we have lots more to talk about at the end of the month, next month. So anyway, yeah, actually, before I go, at the end of the month is October, and I may do a Halloween special one. Never know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next video.